Hello? Oh, wait. Not good enough. Why'd you click on that? Because this is a video about not being good enough or feeling like you're not good enough. I'm the perfect person to do a video about not being good enough because I have years of practice. Ha! Woo! This is the most confusing video I've made yet. And believe me, none of them have been good enough. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm Leah. This video on feeling like you're not good enough. You'll be judging me so hard by the end that you'll feel really good about your life. Welcome. You're going to see a little bit of the chaos, and then you'll be like, wow, it's a miracle she wakes up in the morning. Yeah, I guess I'll be excited that some more not enoughness will be coming up for me as I do this video, as I work on this video, and then after I post it, it'll be a real shit show. Dive into meditation and my not enoughness. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm Leah. I appreciate you being here. If this is your first time, welcome. Enjoy the sunset with me. And if you're coming back, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you being here. You are enough. Let's talk about this right now. Because I know a lot of us have felt this way. I know I've felt this way at times in my life, like not good enough. Like a million times when I'm trying to get ready in the morning and get my 5-year-old out the door. Not good enough. I'm racing the clock. Not good enough. And more profound examples than that, right? But we can all feel that way at times. What is that about? What is an epidemic? And then not good enough, we try to fill it with other things, with external validation, with drugs, with shopping, with other addictions, whatever it is, right? Not good enough. Really only help as much as we are willing to help ourselves. So we have to look at the individual. So there's lots of different reasons why people feel like they're not enough, why you might have felt like you're not enough at a certain time. Maybe right now. Oh, in my life, I've shared that I'm single, I'm a double mom, I'm a double parent, and there's been many times when I haven't wanted to share that because I thought I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough to share this with people. People are going to judge me. I'm not good enough if I don't have a partner. I'm not good enough if I don't have this or that. Look, it's okay to want things. But the want is actually coming from a place of lack. That's saying I'm not good enough. Given in past videos, a tool about manifesting. And a lot of manifestation is like embodying it and feeling it and imagining it and declaring it and then giving thanks as if it's already happened. And so we talk a lot about authenticity and being authentic, but then when it really comes down to it, it's very scary to be authentic because authentic is not perfect.
We live in a world where we're getting more information in one day than we used to in a lifetime. We have so many opportunities to compare ourselves to everybody living their best life. We're told what to eat, what to wear, what to do, how to work. We try to get it all done. We race to the next thing. We fill our schedules with so many things to do that we don't have enough time. We have so many expectations on ourselves, and so we run out of time, we run out of resources, and instead of thinking that we have put too much on ourselves, instead we think we simply aren't enough. I can't be enough to get it all done. So that's time to turn within and feel that inner child who wants to be heard. Or maybe you feel like you're not enough because you just went through a breakup, a divorce. Maybe you don't feel like you're enough because suddenly you're losing a connection and you don't know what happened. You don't know how to fix it. And so you feel like you just aren't enough. You did it wrong. Maybe you don't feel enough because suddenly you're comparing to social media to other people living their best life. Maybe they're in a place that you thought that you'd be. Maybe it's your ex-husband, your ex-spouse, and they're with somebody new. And so suddenly you feel this hollowed out space within you, a lack, forgetting who you are. Or maybe you feel this lack because you were told you were lacking something by a parent, by a teacher, by somebody who abandoned you. Maybe you feel this lack because you felt left behind, not seen, not cared for. Maybe you feel this sadness because you aren't proud of all the decisions you've made. Maybe there's some shame and regret there. Maybe you wish you could go back in time and change it. Maybe you're not proud of some of the choices you've made and it's led you down a path that's so unfamiliar to the future that you thought was in store. Regardless of what has led you to this place of feeling like you're not enough, right here and now you can make a new choice and turn back to the light.
I'm trying this on, so I offer it to you. Sometimes I think the not good enough feeling is because actually you're expanding. So the level of consciousness that you're operating on is not good enough. The level of consciousness that you're operating on to create this big thing is not good enough if you're bashing yourself, if you're comparing yourself in a negative way that doesn't uplift you, if you're criticizing yourself, then that's not the new picture for your life, for the big dream thing to come true. That is not good enough thinking. Okay, you ready? Make a fist with your hand and then just go ha, 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 and then just go ah, until you have the Tarzan, and then just give yourself a little massage and get it all out. That begins to shift and move the energy around. Then go, okay, well, if this thinking right now is not good enough for the big paradigm shift that I'm after, the highest and best relationship, the best job opportunity, my mission on this planet, whatever it is, what would be the expansive thinking that I can adopt? What would be the behaviors that I could adopt right now if my thinking is big enough to bring in this new paradigm? So now I just like beat myself up. I'm all like, red hot, red. My background is in acting. Now I'm a teacher and director and coach. And I do private sessions, which are more like soul coaching sessions, because it's turned out to be that as I've helped so many artists the past 9 years. But I was always scared to say my age, because in Hollywood industry, a lot of times casting doesn't have an imagination, or producers or whatnot. So they're like, oh, I thought you were older or younger or this or that, and so you can hurt yourself out of a role. But it's really lack of limitation thinking, right? So now I tell my actors, do what you want. But for a long time, I stopped saying my age because it was a not good enough thing. Oh, I'm too old, or I'm too young, or I'm too whatever. I am really learning to say I am good enough right here in this body right now. So I became pregnant at the age of 40. It is awesome. You do the math. She's 5 now. That's a tough math problem. That's a story problem right there. But when I first was pregnant, I had a doctor that was in that not good enough mentality. Like, oh, this isn't right. You should have done this when you were 30. Well, I can't retrieve time. And she kept calling it a geriatric pregnancy and all this stuff. So I switched to OBGYNs because I wanted somebody to come from a place of abundance. And guess what? My pregnancy was awesome. So if you're older, not geriatric like they call it, but older, and you want to have a baby, it's totally possible. So amazing that I have this beautiful daughter and that I get to be a mom. And now I'm really excited because I'm in such this relationship with myself, with my preferences and what I want and how I want to live my life, that I'm just open. And it feels so good. Like every day lately, I've been waking up so excited. Listen to that voice and go, what is it? Do you have a creative idea for me, or are you just here to bash me? And then I move through that voice, I can let it go. And then I can give back and create. So I encourage you to keep cultivating that relationship with yourself and to listen to that voice whenever it comes up. Don't expect it to go away fully. Some people think that too, like once I have the billions of dollars or the giant house or the biggest, best car or fastest whatever, or the hottest spouse or whatever, then I'll feel enough. And then they go, oh my God, all this stuff is here and I still don't. That's why it's an inside job. It really is. And that can be such an annoying thing to hear over and over. Believe me, I get it. But then you pass this breaking point and maybe you're already there. And if you're not, I promise you it'll come if you keep cultivating this relationship with yourself. Was that a bird that just flew right by my face? Okay, or a bat? What was that? All right. But you start cultivating this relationship with yourself and then you just feel so good. I feel so good, as if I'm super head over heels in love with a partner and I'm like excited to go out on a date. That's how I feel every day lately. And I've had like crazy narcissists and like people hurting me and my feelings getting hurt and feeling not good enough and all that mixed in. And yet the underlying feeling now is like really good. Whether I'm super in shape or not in shape, whether I'm eating great or not eating great, I'm starting to give myself the grace to just be enough. This moment is enough. You are enough. And step into the expansive thinking. Your big dream come true stuff. It's an abundant world. There's plenty to go around. Whether you have one person liking you, nobody liking you, you're enough. I'm with you. Stay with me, and you never know what's going to happen. I'll see you next time. Bye.
But first, a word from our sponsors.
You're behind in life. This message is sponsored by Look at what they're doing. They are so much better than you.
Possible side effects may include, but not limited to, abdominal pain, severe cramping, diarrhea, blood clots, cancer, anxiety, depression, vomiting, insomnia, bloating, confusion, addiction, and overall feelings of never being good enough.
Cut out the sponsorships. This one is gonna suck. So weird. Okay, schooling me on some YouTubes.